All right, good evening. Try again. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy February, the month of love, the month of all things beautiful and great. And I really hope that you are finding that love and spending that beautiful quality time with the people that you love, the people that matter most, and doing the things that you love. But I think most of all, one thing that we have learned in recent times is that true love and real love really begins within. And so to encourage that and to really help us understand what that means, whether it's hormonal health for us men and women, whether it is just really understanding your body and understanding your body's needs, we have gone and found somebody who will really help us understand that. And so I'm going to introduce our guest today, who will be taking us through our product promotions for the month of February. And she is a specialist wellness counselor. She specializes in sexology. She has a private practice at the Virgin Active Northridge in Bloemfontein. She's involved with female and male sexual health, mental health, and she does a lot of public speaking and events pertaining to these particular topics. So she is a qualified yoga teacher as well. She worked in the medical device industry for about 26 years doing women's health and other trauma related theater work. She runs an emotional abuse support group, and she's just been mentoring psychology students and started her doTERRA journey in 2025. She's really just continuing to run in her business and to use these essential oils in her business to empower people that are within her reach. And so, without further ado, I would like you to please help me welcome our guest tonight with fire flame emojis and applause, Hester. Hello, Hester.
Hello, hello. I hope you can see me. Can you hear me?
We can't see you. We can hear you though, but you are more than welcome to share your screen.
Okay, 100%. Yeah, it's for me, it's very difficult with this, especially working from a tablet to share the screen. But I actually would like to see you for a while, just to talk. But is it okay if I just carry on
Yes, carry
faceless?
on. If you would like me to share the screen for you, I'm happy to do that.
I wonder if it's not better like that because it feels very, very awkward to do a Zoom call and not see people.
Okay, you can
Can
go
you
ahead,
see me now?
Hester, and I'm going to try and share it for you on your behalf.
Okay, 100%. Okay, so everybody, welcome. My name is Hester Du Plessis. I'm based in Bloemfontein. I am a specialist wellness counselor, like Nala said, subspecialized in sexology. I am a yoga teacher. I've been in the medical industry for 26 years in sales, and I am also new to doTERRA, relatively new. I think this is my fourth month, and I've managed to go up to executive level, I think, within the first month. So, yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me tonight, and I really do appreciate this opportunity, Nola. It is really such an amazing opportunity for me. I really feel so humbled and so proud as well. So just to give you a feedback in terms of my journey, how I managed to join doTERRA. So basically what happened was I was looking for bedroom oils and also oils in my practice where patients walk in and then they are extremely anxious. So I needed them to calm down because you cannot work with someone if they are extremely anxious all the time. So luckily, Carlene walked into my practice the one day and she introduced it to me. And then, yeah, so long story short, I started doing my research in terms of bedroom oils, what I can do, what I can use in my practice, where it's applicable. And then also with my own health journey, the fact that I'm still alive today is absolutely just a miracle. I have I've got long COVID. So I've been in hospital about 15 times in the last 5 years. And I was supposed to die. Initially, I was on oxygen for 2.5 months when I got COVID 5 years ago. And then also, I had septicemia exactly 3 years ago. I was in ICU for a month where I almost did not make it. So for my own health journey, I also wanted to move to something that would really assist me with my health journey. And I started using a lot of doTERRA's products. And I can tell you the journey for me so far, moving away from Western medicine into something more natural, has made such a massive difference in my life. So, yeah, that is just in short how I managed to get into and involved with doTERRA. And it's changed my life. So, forever grateful. So first of all, I'm sure the burning question is always on people's lips, like, what does a sex therapist, a sexologist do? So my own GP asked me the one day, he said, do you watch people have sex? So I was like, no, I do not watch people have sex. What we do is, and just to give you a brief so that you understand, when we look at sex as an entity specifically and sexology, we look at a very broad spectrum. So we look at the biopsychosocial part of the entity. So I'm going to break it down for you so that you can just understand it a little bit better. So biopsychosocial, so we'll start at the back, the social part of it. How you were raised. Were you allowed to talk about the topic as a child? Even before I got married, my mom and I never had the discussion of what is sex, what is sexuality. I know a lot of families also, when the TV is on and somebody's kissing, like, I used to close my daughter's eyes, like, shut your eyes, just close your eyes. So that's a lot of like nuances that happens within specific cultures, and I know it differs from culture to culture. So that is something that we have to look at, how we perceive the topic. Some people are really very, very traditional, very, they can't talk about it, but some people are really, open to it. So for me, my passion is I want people to talk about it, but in a very classy manner. And I want people to not always that it's something that it's sinful, it's rude, or it's crude, or it's below the belt, or I want it to be a classy discussion, and that's how I also use it within my practice. Then the second thing is the biology. You have to look at medications that people are on, and if it's a medication that's got side effects, like men blood pressure medication, antidepressants could influence the testosterone levels in general. Hormones, when it comes to females with hormones, how that affects, and then we're going to talk about one of the products tonight, and I will link all of that into the topic. Having a traumatic event, or where there's painful sexual intercourse, or where there is vaginismus because of a trauma, or there's erectile dysfunction. I know there's some males also in this session. So all of this could play a role why it cannot work. And then lastly, the psycho. Is there a trauma? Was there original incident? Was there a rape? Was there a molestation? Do people numb? Do they detach? For whatever reason happened in their life, are they feeling anxious? Are they always in their minds? So the first slide I just want to get to is if you look at the first slide, Nola, if you can just show that perhaps. February, the month of love. And if we talk about passion, that's normally what we think. It's throwing each other against the wall, and that is passion, and that's the way it should be. And that's how TV and Hollywood has always presented the way passion should be. And if you go to the next screen, I want you to really understand. When I do a lot of couples and trauma counseling, and then also individual counseling. And interestingly enough, I see a lot of males in my rooms. I brought it down from a couple to an individual, because it starts with yourself. If you do not have that healing and that purpose and that passion within yourself, it is so difficult to ignite that fire, even in a relationship or any endeavor when it comes to business or any relationship. So I've got a few quotes here. Do it with passion or not at all. But as an individual, lead with purpose and live with passion. That fire should ignite within. If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. For your passion will lead you right to your purpose. So that starts within. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing what excites you. And finding your passion isn't just about a career or money. It's about finding your authentic self, the one you've buried beneath other people's needs. And I seriously want you, that's the one point that I want to make tonight is, yes, we want passion within our relationships, but let's start from within. And that brings me to our first product tonight. So the wordplay, passion. That is obviously what we want. And it starts within and it then boils out and it spills out to your surrounding areas or within your relationship. Okay, so the next slide. Nola, thank you. So passion is the product of the month where if you order it this month, you will get 10% off. So it is a very balanced, spicy and herbal essential oil. And it is a very warm, it gives you energy and it gives you joy. There's one specific ingredient that I just want to mention because I went through what it consists of. And the next slide, I'll tell you what it consists of. But one of the main ingredients is Damiana. That is one of the products. It's actually a flower, just to give you feedback and the background, comes from Mexico. It is actually used as an aphrodisiac. Helps for depression, indigestion, in obesity, helps for sexual dysfunction. It enhances the libido, which is great. That's what we want. It's a mood elevator. And then also the alpha penine at the bottom, which I described. It also is an anti-anxiety. So just that one little bit, one essential ingredient in passion, Damiana, does all of that. So a very, very powerful ingredient. So the next slide, I just went through of all the ingredients. Obviously, it's a passion and it's a touch roller. It obviously boils down to your fractionated coconut oil. There's jasmine in it, ginger, sandalwood. I did put in slung yang, which is yang yang. I've got a friend, and it was on purpose. I've got a friend who asked me something for his libido, and he called it slung slung. So that's why I had to put it in just as a little bit of a punny joke. Because yes, it's also an aphrodisiac. So now you will never forget shlang shlang. Yang yang is actually also an aphrodisiac. So you've got the Damiana, which is an aphrodisiac, and then the shlang shlang. Okay, wild orange, the magnolia leaf, which we'll discuss a little bit later. Cardamom, bergamot, tonka bean, vanilla, and then cinnamon bark. So the clary sage is also, which is also in here. It's also we use as a within a love oil, within a libido inducer as well. So you've got this combination, all of that will increase, which is aphrodisiacs. It gives you a libido enhancer. It's a mood elevator, anti-anxiety. So it's definitely something that I would recommend. Just to find your own passion again, but also within your relationship and situationship, whatever you want to call it. Lately, there's so many ships lately. I just hope all of them sails for each and every one of you. Okay, even with all the great things in your life, you can find yourself apathetic. There's so many things that happen in life, and you could feel disinterested. And let me tell you, if you lose your passion and you are not interested in things for yourself, your own self, there's no way that you could actually just have that and show interest even in your relationship. It's a switch that you need to switch on within yourself. You need to find inspiration and excitement and passion and joy again. So ignite the passion within yourself, and this will ignite the passion again in your bedroom. And I said down at the bottom, it starts with you. And I want you to start, even if it's with oil or having mindful techniques or getting your calm back, getting your passion back, getting your reducing your anxiety. There's so many things that we actually do use in this therapy. And the touch, the Magnolia Touch, the Passion Touch, going back to the sensate focus again. Everybody wants to have this final outcome when it comes to sex. And in having, I'm going to say it, we're all adults, having an orgasm and being an adult and having that pressure that you have to perform. And sometimes it's not possible because of medication side effects, because of anxiety, because of work stress, because of hormone dysregulation, whatever the reason might be. But let's find a place where we can sit down and realize and break it down and to see what is the issues, what is causing this, and let's address it. So anybody who wants to speak to me afterwards as well, you are absolutely welcome if you think there is issues that you need to resolve. But there's so many, like I use CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, sensate focus, which is the touch, going back to the touch again. I don't know if you remember the first time that your pinkies touched the first boy that you liked or the first girl that you liked, and that ignition in your stomach, that butterflies, just by touching each other. No hardcore stuff, just that physical touch, because your skin is the biggest sex organ that you will find. So bringing that back to basic, bringing that back to that passion, bringing back to that calm, and just forget about being in your head all the time. So there's so many products that doTERRA actually have that that can bring back that calm and can bring back that reduce anxiety. And just like I'm thinking of wild orange, how happy it makes me feel when I smell it, or citrus bloom, for instance. So there's so many things that you could use. And then obviously, if we have products like Passion, my goodness, why not make use of it? Thank you, Nola. We can move on to the next. So Magnolia Touch is also our next product. When you do your 125 PV points this month, you will be getting Magnolia Touch for free, which is awesome. So you can move on to the next slide. Thank you, Nola. So Magnolia Touch, it is actually sourced from China and it is steamed, all right? So the flowers are steamed and it actually gets handpicked twice a year. So a lot of, like, I just want to bring back that point of touch, hand picking, getting down to touch again, picking it by hand. It is so intimate. It is so beautiful, that whole process. And how many people actually go out nowadays and just connect with nature again. So these magnolia flowers are hand picked twice a year, and then it's steamed. It's not pressed. There's no harsh processing into it. It is steamed till you get that lanolin oil, which consists mostly, if you look at that that little illustration on the right, you've got fractionated coconut, and for the rest, that is the core product, that lanolin, if I say it correctly. And then the fun fact at the bottom, which I put down, is that specific flower creates intense calm within you. So it's, can you imagine a beautiful, when you feel anxious, when you feel like you have to perform and you've got performance anxiety, or you're all in your head when it comes to your intimate life, having something that could just calm you down, just forget about the shopping list, forget about the kids, forget about the financial problems, getting something that really just gets you right into the moment. And then with something like Passion, enhancing, igniting, making you excited again, an aphrodisiac. I think it's two oils that definitely could go a very, very long way. Specifically in the month of love, February is the month of love. We've got Valentine's coming up. But I want you to, when you speak to your possible clients, possible leads, that you will have these conversations with them. Ask the questions, create a need. I promise you there is a need for people just to calm down, first of all, and then also just to find their own passion again. So have these conversations with them, and then you can supply the need. And that's how we sell. We listen to what people need, and then once we determine the need, we supply and give it to them, give them a solution. We don't have to be salespeople. I've been in sales for 26 years. I don't see myself as a salesperson. Well, my first and previous career, I don't see myself as a salesperson, but I can connect with people. I listen to their needs. And what you do is you've got a product that you can supply to their needs. So, yeah, I challenge you to have these conversations with people. And the next page, thanks, Nala. Okay, so it is basically fractionated coconut oil with magnolia flower. It's got a fruity, floral, balsamic, and that linalool. My eyesight's not really good, but linalool, that is the main ingredient. The Magnolia Touch is a moisturizing and a soothing to the skin. It keeps the skin clean and hydrated. Just talking about something fragrance, it's very, very important to engage all your senses on a daily basis to calm and regulate your nervous system. So even, just bringing it back to like, you want to smell nice, you want to be clean. Look at your personal hygiene when it comes to intimacy as well. To freshen yourself, and having something like magnolia that you can put on, or jasmine, whatever rocks your boat, whatever makes you happy, whatever ignites the fire within you, use that. Use your senses, not only touch, but smell. Smell is so highly, highly important, that you be presentable to your partner as well. Smell nice. It's beautiful. And a personal fragrance, like I said, it gives you constant comfort to your mood while uplifting and refreshing. So that is Magnolia in a very, very small nutshell. Thanks, Nola. We can move on. Okay, so we spoke about the bio part of biopsychosocial when it comes to sexual therapy. So this is a crucial thing that I see in practice as well. I worked with female health with Johnson and Johnson for quite a few years, and looking at all these different issues that actually happens with women's health. So I've got a very good medical background as well. And it is insane what a hormone imbalance can do to a woman. And that's one of the things as well. Females do not have the desire because their hormones are imbalanced, or they've got vaginal dryness because their hormones are out of whack. They've got atrophy. It's painful because the hormones are out of whack. Now, from a very, very young girl, teenager, where you start menstruating, all the way up through to menopause, and there's lots of women in menopause. I myself, I am also in menopause, and I always make a joke. I say I will climb all the way up to Africa, walk by foot to find the bark or a root of some tree that I can suck just to stop having hot flushes, because it is absolutely insane. And those who go through it, it is horrible to go through it. I've got pulmonary emboli, so I cannot use any hormones. So for me, it is, I have to ride the wave. And when I saw this product, the phytoestrogens, I was very, very excited, because your body needs these hormones to be controlled. Estrogen and progesterone. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. But once that is out of whack, it absolutely influences a woman's health and also her emotional well-being. And it also makes you extremely aggressive. So yes, you can use oils like Claricalm or drink phytoestrogens, but if you are in menopause and you are aggressive, something like a calming oil, yes, it could help, but the hell has no fury like a woman in menopause, I promise you. So this is something that I'm super, super excited about. The doTERRA Women's Phytoestrogen Essential Complex is a blend of standardized plant phytoestrogens. So if your body does not make it and you can't use hormones, it looks like well, it is an option of using plant phytoestrogens that will support the hormones and balance them gently and naturally. There's also flaxseed lignans in to promote healthy metabolism of that. So we'll go into the next screen into the metabolism of that. But also, please bear in mind, there is no wonder cure. You have to have a balance of things like eating right. You cannot expect to eat whatever and be unhealthy, never exercise, and expect your body to be in whack. You need to eat right. You need to have a balanced meal plan, and also exercise. I'm a true believer in exercise. That's why I also teach yoga, also teach spinning. Exercise, if you exercise for half an hour for 3 days a week, that is equivalent to a low dosage of what's it called now? Prozac. Sorry, Prozac. So just half an hour, 3 days a week, that is equivalent to that. And we don't want to start using all these chemicals. So rather exercise. It's so much better for you. And also just in terms of having SSRIs, which is your antidepressants, as it's known, that also has a direct influence on your libido. For some males listening, some of the products cause erectile dysfunction. So if you have a problem, go speak to your doctor about it, about your medication. Do not accept it. Rather speak to them and let them give you something that will help you. There's alternatives. Okay, so we can move on to the next screen. Thanks, Nala. So estrogen and progesterone, sorry, I can't speak tonight, will influence a woman's health and emotional well-being throughout her life, not only as youngsters, but also throughout menopause. High estrogen production in young women can result in issues related to menstrual health, like I said, and too little can influence reproductive health. Balancing healthy estrogen levels will minimize hormone swings and fluctuations associated with menopause. So this is an ideal product. So what it does is it actually helps, it gets metabolized in the liver, these hormones. And if you have a healthy ratio of estrogen metabolites, it's critical to address these imbalances. So what a phytoestrogen does is it actually the compounds is found in plants, and it's similar to the properties of estrogen produced in the body. So the size and the shape is similar, and it can bind to beta receptors in cells. So beta receptors are found in the skin, bone, cardiovascular tissue, and breast and uterine areas. So those are the areas where women normally have problems. Your skin deteriorates, your bones deteriorate, your cardiovascular tissue deteriorates, your breast and your uterine areas. So what this does, there's beta receptors in that. So if the phytoestrogens can bind to those cells, it could mimic the normal estrogen. So that is why it is so effective. It is formulated, these supplements, to supply healthy hormone levels, and it includes standardized extracts of soy, which provides plant-sourced phytoestrogens. So it comes from the soy plant, and it has got gentle estrogenic activity. Also includes pomegranate, which got an antioxidant support, and flaxseed, but will help manage the potential harmful metabolites, which is the byproducts of hormone metabolism. Very, very safe. Next slide, please, Nala. You can go and have a look at the, let's just move on to the next slide. Sorry. So there is the benefits of the product, okay? There's also the directions of the use. Direction of use is 1 to 2 for those who are not in menopause, and then 2 capsules for those ladies who are in menopause. Obviously, your cautions, pregnancy, nursing women, have a look at that. Then primary benefits, it provides a supplementary diet, phytoestrogens, like I said. It provides nutritional support for managing estrogen metabolism. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but you can have a look on the PDF file just to make sure, and also always be very, very careful. Always check with your GP specifically. I also saw a comment now on the section. If you have pulmonary emboli, that it is very, very crucial that you make sure that you do not use something that is, if it's not cleared, because it could damage, and it could promote, cancer, or it could promote pulmonary emboli again. So always just make very, very, very sure before you use any product. But this is a very, very nice product to use to help regulate your hormones. When your hormones are regulated, there's less mood swings, there's less aggravation, there is less atrophy in the vagina, there's there's a higher libido if you have all of that sorted out. Okay, so that is the phytoestrogens. We can move on to the next product, which is citrus bloom. Now, this is a product that we get for free when you enroll a new client, and it consists of wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and also magnolia. The magnolia pops up again, which is a beautiful, beautiful product. Uses and benefits, how I use it, I've got my little pebble diffuser, put that in, and it just puffs in my practice all the time. It uplifts my spirits. It gives me that feeling of happiness. And it's just such a calming, beautiful scent. So I also put it in my diffuser in my room. And then I sometimes make hand creams and face creams. Just that smell, just bringing that smell and that senses back again into the entire, making use of all 5 senses. So citrus bloom, beautiful, different ways to use it, even a little drop on your pulse also when you need to smell that beautiful citrus smell. So yes, those are all the products. We can move on to the next slide. Okay, so I can't really see there, so I just need to get that little photo close to my eyesight. I am of that age, so please just bear with me so that I can read it better. Before I go into that, just as a take home, remember, we look at even sexual health in a holistic manner. We spoke about the biopsychosocial. We have got amazing products with doTERRA to assist women with their hormonal imbalance, Claricalm, the phytoestrogens. We've got beautiful products to uplift your spirits. Magnolia, we've got this month. We have got Passion for this month, which is beautiful. Adaptive is something that really grounds me as well. We want to be mindful. We want to be present in that situation. We don't want to do shopping lists. We don't want to be anxious. We want to be present in the moment and try everything in our utmost best to calm ourselves so that we could be present and show up for ourselves, but also show up for our partners. So before I end off, I want you to please put your hand, everybody, not to be patronizing, but I want you to just do this as a gesture tonight. Put your hand on your heart while I read this, and I want you to repeat it. Passion. I ignite the fire within. Repeat that for yourself. I follow my passions with courage and confidence. My heart leads me towards the things that set my soul on fire. I embrace my creativity, my purpose, and joy with boundless energy. Every day, I take the inspired action towards my dreams and desires. I am worthy of a life filled with excitement, love, and fulfillment. Live boldly and love yourself. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed my session.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hester. Please give her a round of applause. Give her some hearts, some fire flame emojis. That was so heartwarming. I'm definitely going to screenshot this and say it to myself on a regular basis because, yes, I do deserve passion, and I deserve that excitement and love in my life as well. So thank you. This is really incredible.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Yeah. So I'm going to continue to share my screen so that I can share with you the exciting things that are in the horizon and are coming up here at doTERRA. We are super excited because we have our leadership retreat that's coming up. So it's Leadership Retreat Week. And the great thing about Leadership Retreat is that it's a beautiful opportunity for you to really just give that springboard to your business that is much needed. And so please allow me to just jump on this share because I'm sharing the screen for both people. So let me do a slideshow quickly so we can get rid of that bar at the end, on the side there. And so, leadership retreat coming up from the 5th to the 7th of February, Asara Wine Estate and Hotel in Stellenbosch, an incredible venue. And we are gathering from the 5th to the 7th of February. On the 5th, we are headed to two incredible locations where community cohesion is really just allowing us to impart our love for oils, our knowledge, and just our love, this February month to their caregivers. And these are people that continue to empower victims of rape, victims of abuse in the communities in the Western Cape. And so it's only a pleasure for us to be out there and to really lend that healing hand. And so as the Healing Hands Foundation South Africa will be out there and in our numbers, really just serving our community. And we're super excited about that. And then on the 6th and on the 7th, we have a jam-packed conference. It's going to be incredible. I mean, the leadership retreat truly will be an amazing opportunity for you to learn everything that you need to know about how to run a successful business in 2025. And it's not too late. You can still purchase your last-minute tickets. And we're headed out to Asara Wine Estate in Stellenbosch. So we also have the gala dinner where we'll be recognizing leaders that have really done the most in their business, people who are continuing to push the envelope, continuing to showing up just for yourself. And that is enough when you're running your business. And so make sure you head on over. If you want to know more information, we have our leadership retreat page, a dedicated page on our website, and just go and read up all the information that you need to know. I know you're so jealous because you're not going to be there. Make sure you never miss out on a doTERRA event because leaders are born at events. Okay. And so the amazing thing is that Matt Hall will be there. I mean, this is an amazing global leader. He is a double presidential diamond. He's our guest speaker for our conference. And so we're going to be really learning on how he continues to build and empower the teams that he is running globally. And just a reminder for you, in case you've forgotten, you are in a global business. And so, your global footprint needs to be felt, especially in a world like today where we have access to just about everybody. They say you are only 8 contacts away from the person that you're looking for. And so we can't wait to have Matt Hall in South Africa and really have him impart his incredible knowledge to our leaders at Leadership Retreat. And coming up, we've got the business development call on the 17th of February. Make sure that you diarize that. We will be celebrating leaders. We will be recognizing people who are showing up in their business consistently, with passion and dedication. That passion comes back again. And so we cannot wait for that. And our our March, that was supposed to be March, our March product promo call with Lazan Sean, who's our founder and gold leader. We cannot wait for that one. It's going to be on the 2nd of March. And we encourage you to really jump on and let your team know, let your customers know to come and learn about the products that are on promo. It's an incredible way for them doing to stay in the loop, to really just understand the passion behind the products that we serve and the education. One of the most important things about the business that we run is that we educate people. We don't just let people take products off the shelf and don't know how to use them. We show, we educate, and we lead. And so one of the exciting things that we have coming up this Valentine's month here at the Product Center, at the doTERRA Product Center in Eagle Canyon Business Estate, we are hosting our very first open house. So it's going to be a Valentine's open house on the 13th of February, which is a Friday. Yeah, Friday the 13th. But this one is with love. Okay, so we invite you to come to our open house. It's a Valentine's open house. You have the opportunity to bring your loved and, adored customers, to bring your lover, to bring your friends, to bring the people in your life who want to know what this oil thing is about that you do, right? And you struggle to really just express yourself. Well, we will have an amazing experience at our open house where you get to experience products. You get to really interact with amazing people. The open house will be open all day, but we will have a program between 11 and 1 p.m., 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And guess what? If you loved today's presentation with Hester du Plessis, she is going to be our guest speaker, and she's going to really allow you to just immerse yourself, in all of that knowledge and that passion that she brings in the work that she does. And so she's going to be one of our guest speakers. We have an amazing lineup for you. You do not want to miss it. So we encourage you to come through to the open house. More details will be sent out to you this week so that you can get yourself into, this beautiful moment that we're in where people are really looking for a solution, and you have that solution. And so we encourage you to continue to use this the product center, especially if you're in and around the Gauteng area. If you find yourself in the Gauteng area, make sure you always drop by. We are here. We're always here to serve you. We always have our products on display so that you can just really enjoy the experience and the essential oils and share them with the people that are in your life and under your influence. And so if you're a VIP, you would have received, or it's on its way, the VIP LRP gift that we've given to you from our hearts to yours. And it's the beginning of truly just an amazing club. It's a VIP club. We're telling a brand story of and for people who continue to stay on their loyalty rewards program. The amazing thing about the loyalty rewards program is that you do not only reap the rewards of getting free products, of getting, all of these points that you accumulate, but you truly are part of a community, a family of people who take their health seriously and put it first. And so this is our way to say thank you. We will continue with more incredible gifts, ways to appreciate you with our VIP LRP. And we really hope that you take our gesture as just a beautiful token of appreciation from our hearts to yours. And that's how we wrap up our call tonight. Thank you so much for being with us and really spending this beautiful Monday, the 2nd of February, 2-2. Beautiful time for us to be together, and hope that you have a wonderful evening. Stay blessed. We love you lots from here at doTERRA. Bye. Thank you, Hester.